Hello, everyone. Brad Logan alongside Coach Richard Russo. Been a vibrant part of the MAC committee and also this convention for years and years. Coach, we're not going to talk about how long you've been here because we're the same age. Let's talk just for a moment. What are some things that really stand out over your career at this convention?
There are things from my very first convention in 2001 that I still use. Coach David Cutcliffe, Coach Cutcliffe's father, he told us about a stop and think card, and I still give those out to my players. Little tidbits. If you can take one or two things away every year from the clinic and impact your student athletes, it's worth coming.
So many coaches like you have been at different stops along the way over your career. Not necessarily where you've been, but I think more than anything, what are some things that you learn on each stop, and what are some things that you have seen that hasn't been a whole lot of difference with the kids that you've coached?
Well, kids are kids. Kids want structure. They want to be loved. They want to be coached hard, whether they tell you that or not. They may not admit it, but that is true. And to coach with an eternal perspective. Understand that each player is a soul. Little Johnny, little Susie may not be good at their sport, but they're a soul, and we need to pour into them.
Yeah, I think you talk about redeeming value of coaches. Sometimes it's so much off the field as it is on the field. I know a lot of these young men, young women have a pretty rough home life. I know you've seen some of those. How do you deal with that when you deal with a situation where it's not a very good family situation?
You just got to be consistent. They got to know from 1:15 to 5:30 that they're getting the same Coach Russo every day, and that gives them a sense of belonging and a sense of security that they need.
Let's talk about the committee that you've served on, or multiple committees. I'll give you the option to answer to either one. You've served on a number of committees for the MAC. What are some things that you've kind of remembered along the way on some of those committees you served?
Well, just the men that I get to serve along with. For some reason, I don't know why, they've made me the chairman of the football committee. So we're in charge of getting all the speakers. We're in charge of helping Johnny with all the all-star games and making sure that student athletes have a great experience.
I know this is a really special event for you, and I know you look forward to it every single year. If you could look back on your career, is there any specific convention that you think about more than others?
No, honestly, like I said earlier, I've gotten something, at least one or two things from all 23 that I've been to that we can use and help better the lives of our student athletes.
And I like to ask all the experienced coaches this question. If you had a chance to speak to that young person fresh out of college, or that coach that's only been in the system for 1 or 2 years, what would you tell them about what to do and what not to do here at the convention?
Be the best position coach you can be the best teacher in the classroom you can be the best man, woman, role model you can be, and live in the moment. You know, don't say, hey, I wish I was a coordinator, I wish I was a head coach. Live in the moment, because you can truly grow where your feet are planted.
He's Coach Richard Russo, serves on a number of committees, and is always a good friend here at the MAC, serving on all the committees and a vibrant part of every single convention. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.